Hi everyone, today we are going to find LCM in 5 seconds. What is LCM? LCM is the lowest common multiple. Yes, what is the definition? LCM is the smallest positive integer that is divisible by a set of numbers. Okay. What are the methods of finding LCM? Multiple method, division method, power method, and Mathsmaster special 5-second shortcut. Now let's learn the multiple method. Let's find the LCM of 2 and 3. What are the multiples of 2? The multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and so on. We can write as many multiples as we can. What are the multiples of 3? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21, 24 and so on. Now let's find the common multiples of 2 and 3. The common multiples are 6, 12, 18 and so on. 6 is the lowest common multiple. So here we go. LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. Very easy, right? Now let's find the LCM of 6 and 8. What are the multiples of 6? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54 and so on. What are the multiples of 8? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72 and so on. Now what are the common multiples? Common multiples are 24 and 48 and so on. Among them, 24 is the lowest. So, LCM of 6 and 8 is 24. Now let's find the LCM of 50 and 100 using the multiple method. What are the multiples of 50? 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 and so on. The multiples of 100? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 and so on. What are the common multiples? 100, 200, 300 and so on. Among them, 100 is the lowest common multiple. Got it? So LCM of 50 and 100 is 100. Now let's find the LCM of 150 and 200. What are the multiples of 150? 150, 300, 450, 600, 750, 900 and so on. The multiples of 200? 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000 and so on. What are the common multiples of 150 and 200? Yes, we can see a 600 here, but if we continue the pattern, we can have more common multiples. Among them, 600 is the obvious lowest number. So, LCM of 150 and 200 is 600. Got it? Now let's find the LCM using the division method. Let's find the LCM of 2 and 3 using the division method. Now we have to divide 2 and 3 by prime numbers. 2 divided by 2 is 1, but 3 cannot be divided by 2, so we have to write 3. Then 3 divided by 3 is 1. So the LCM of 2 and 3 is 2 into 3, which is 6. Now let's find the LCM of 6 and 8. 6 and 8 divided by 2 is 3 and 4. Then 4 can be divided by 2 again. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then again 2 can be divided by 2. So it's 1. Then we have to divide 3 by 3. Then we can have 1 and 1 finally. So the LCM of 6 and 8 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, which is 24. 4. Now let's find the LCM of 50 and 100. 50 and 100 divided by 2 is 25 and 50. Then divided by 2 is 25 and 25. Then both 25s divided by 5, then we have 5 and 5. Then divided by 5, then we have 1 and 1. So the LCM of 50 and 100 is 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. Altogether it's 100. So LCM of 50 and 100 is 100. Now let's find the LCM of 150 and 200 using the division method. 150 and 200 can be divided by 2. Then it's 75 and 100. Then again divided by 2, 75, 50. Then divided by 2, 75, 25. Then divided by 3, 25, 25. Then divided by 5, 5 and 5. Then divided by 5 again. Then we can have 1 and 1. So the LCM of 150 and 200 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 5. So altogether it's 600. So LCM of 150 and 200 is 600. Now let's learn the power method of LCM. Let's find the LCM of 2 and 3 using the power method. What are the prime factors of 2? Yes, it's only 2. So we can write 2 as 2 to the power 1. What are the prime factors of 3? Yes, it's 3. So we can write 3 as 3 to the power 1. Like HCF, we had to balance the powers in LCM also. So we had to add a 3 to the power 0 to 2 and a 2 to the power 0 to 3. Now we have to take the highest powers of every number. Got it? So it's 2 to the power 1 and 3 to the power 1. So it's 2 into 3, which is 6. So LCM of 2 and 3 using the power method is also 6. The LCM of 6 and 8 using the power method. What are the prime factors of 6? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we can write 6 as 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1. What are the prime factors of 8? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we can write 8 as 2 to the power 3. Now we have to balance the powers. Yes, we have to add a 3 to the power 0 to 8. Now let's take the highest powers of every number. So it's 2 to the power 3 and 3 to the power 1. So 2 to the power 3 is 8, 3 to the power 1 is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. So LCM of 6 and 8 is 24. Okay, now let's find the LCM of 50 and 100 using the power method. 50 divided by 2 is 25, 25 divided by 5 is 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we can write 50 as 2 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 2. 100 divided by 2 is 50, 50 divided by 2 is 25, 25 divided by 5 is 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we can write 100 as 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 2. In this example, we don't need to balance the powers because both 50 and 100 has 2 to the powers and 5 to the powers. Now let's take the highest powers of 2's and 5's. So it's 2 to the power 2 and 5 to the power 2. 2 to the power 2 is 4, 5 to the power 2 is 25. So 4 into 25 is 100. So LCM of 50 and 100 is 100. Now let's learn the LCM of 150 and 200. Prime factors of 150. 150 divided by 2, 75. 75 divided by 3, 25. 25 divided by 3, 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we can write 150 as 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 2. 200 divided by 2 is 100. 100 divided by 2 is 50, 50 divided by 2 is 25, 25 divided by 5 is 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we can write 200 as 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 2. Now we have to balance the powers. So we have to add a 3 to the power 0 to 200. Now let's take the highest powers of 150 and 200. So it's 2 to the power 3 and 3 to the power 1 and 5 to the power 2. So 2 to the power 3 is 8, 3 to the power 1 is 3, 5 to the power 2 is 25. So 8 times 3 times 25 is 600. So LCM of 150 and 200 is 600. Let's learn the 5-second shortcut of LCM. The LCM of 2 and 3 using the 5-second shortcut. Now tell me, what is the number that you can divide 2 and 3 again? Can you see a number? No. So you just multiply 2 and 3, which is 6, right? So LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. This is pretty easy. Okay, now let's find LCM of 6 and 8 using my 5-second shortcut. Okay, now tell me a number that divide 6 and 8 again. It's 2, right? So 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Can you divide 3 and 4 again? No. So actually 2 is the highest common factor, remember? Okay, now this is the best part. You multiply 2 and 3 and 4 together, which is 2 times 3 times 4, which gives 24, right? So LCM of 6 and 8 is 24. This is the 5-second shortcut, which is pretty easy. Got it? Okay, now let's learn the LCM of 50 and 100 using the 5-second shortcut. Tell me the highest common factor of 50 and 100, or otherwise the largest number that divides 50 and 100 again. So it's 50, right? So 50 divided by 50 is 1, 100 divided by 50 is 2. You can't divide 1 and 2 again, right? So you multiply this 50 and 1 and 2 together, which is 50 times 1 times 2, that gives 100. So LCM of 50 and 100 is 100. Got it? Let's find LCM of 150 and 200 using my 5-second shortcut. Okay, now tell me, what is the number that divides 150 and 200? Yes, it's another 50, right? So 150 divided by 50 is 3, 200 divided by 50 is 4. Can you divide 3 and 4 again? No. So that's it. So 50 times 3 times 4 is 600. So here we go. LCM of 150 and 200 is 600. This is pretty easy. Okay? Okay everyone, I'll see you soon with another shortcut of maths. Until then, goodbye. To get latest videos, please subscribe my channel.